the indigenous people here actually eat the monkeys.
Oh, the Vedo, yeah.
Yeah, the Vedas, they hunt monkeys. It's a bit of a staple food.
Yeah, okay.
What I would
I'm not that keen to try monkey, to be honest.
No, me neither. Trying, no. I mean, I've tried. I think the most exotic thing here I've tried is porcupine.
Oh, what was that like?
It's okay. I mean, it's a little bit like chicken and pork mixed together.
Okay.
In terms of the texture, the flavor is just quite gamey.
Yeah, okay.
It is a rodent, so I mean...
Yeah, probably not the best.
It's not ideal, but a lot of people like eating porcupine though. Up the road here is what's called the Polonnaruwa inscription. So Polonnaruwa is one of the main towns that we pass through on the way to the farm. And normally, when you see a signboard like that in Sri Lanka, usually there's an archaeological symbol, but it's indicating that there's a heritage site nearby. So a lot of them are also temples.
Okay.
I think they'll have these signboards. But also, if you look behind the signboard, over there you can see the inscription, like a photo of it as well.
Okay.
Not really clear.
So what the inscription would be on stone?
The inscription was on stone. From what I've never actually been here, but from what I know is that it's supposedly was done by some king who passed through here on his way going somewhere.
Okay.
And
many moons ago.
Many moons ago, when the land was young and moist.
Moist.
Okay. Some king passed through here.
Come to Polonnaruwa in central Sri Lanka, which is a medieval city. It was the second capital of a united Sri Lanka. It was actually first made a capital by the invading Chola people of southern India. So we're right now, I believe, near the royal palace. Not quite there yet, but we're going to sort of have a tour around. We're going to talk to our friend Alex. So this is Alex. Would you like to introduce yourself, Alex?
Hi, yeah, I'm Alex. I was actually studying also with Gene in the same university. We were colleagues.
Yep.
Became friends over many tropical nights and tropical drinks. I'm doing archaeology here in Sri Lanka. I'm focusing on Indian Ocean trade networks and Sri Lanka's role within them. And yeah, I'm happy to show Gene around and you guys also a little bit of the city of Polonnaruwa. I'm not nowhere in no regards an expert, but I'll do my best. So normally Polonnaruwa is always associated with three main kings. So there's Parakrama Bahu, Nisamkamala and Vijaya Bahu. And this is where they would have held, I guess, conversations, most likely. Yeah. Mm. And the thing is, a lot of the city has been restored to the best knowledge that they know of what it would have looked like, but there's still a few little things that are debatable about the positioning of certain items. And in here you'll be able to see that, especially with the seats for the thrones.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
And these are the famous moonstones.
These are the famous moonstones. I've gone to it.
This is the council chambers of
Parakrama Bahu.
Yes.
So Parakrama Bahu was one of the main kings in Polonnaruwa, and he's very much remembered for all his large irrigation works. So
right.
The big man-made lake
that's
in Polonnaruwa was supposedly made by him, and yeah, he's very much remembered for his building projects.
So was he also the one that was responsible for uniting all the Buddhist sects into...
It was one of the three, I think.
Yeah.
That could have been Nisamkamala as well, but there's a lot of kings.
Too many kings, too many numbers.
Numbers, but you see also all these are like still the original floor plans and things.
Yeah, little chambers. Yeah, there's dog shit everywhere. Lots of dogs in Sri Lanka. They're very cute, the street dogs. They seem to be mostly pretty well looked after.
what's left is about 3 stories. And after about 1,000 years, you know, on brick structures, time takes its toll, especially for the upper levels. Which is also why mostly in archaeology we always just find foundations.
So they've even got some of the plaster still attached to this building. You can see, I did see where there's a bit of paint. So if you can imagine 7 stories high, at least the first 3 floors, probably well painted, very colourful. I mean, it looks a bit yellow, it's hard to say. I mean, the guy reigned, I think it was 1156 AD to 1153 AD to 1186, so 33 years only, and he built a tremendous amount of stuff during his reign. So I think it's considered that he is kind of like, well, this is his city, you know? He was one of the main kings and probably built the most. And that's why he got the epithet the Great. So apparently here there were maybe 1,000 chambers, they think, attached to the palace and around it. So it was quite a massive thing. And with 7 stories, you could just think how many people are actually residing here. You know, courtiers, the king himself, the royal family.
You can still see like the holes in the wall where the beams would have gone as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, so we have already 1 floor, 2nd floor, and then there would have been 3rd floor, but 7 stories.
Yeah.
Wow. Would have been quite impressive.
Apparently some evidence that it did burn down at some stage, but the
Yeah.
city did get razed.
The city did get sacked at some point. Yeah, what was his name? Yeah, I can't remember the guy who actually sacked it, but yeah.
We'll find out. We'll get back to you. Gonzo digs. Mostly bullshit. This looks like it was probably some kind of well. I'm not sure. Down the bottom I did see a bunch of ceramics that are sort of being thrown down there. And here you can see the modern town starts right next to the site, but they protected this area since it was rediscovery, I guess, or resurvey back in the early 20th century. So we're gonna go back to Alex and see what he has to say about the rest of the site. I'll shut up because I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to Sri Lankan archaeology. All I know is that it's quite fascinating, quite rich history.
People know this, but some say that there's rumors of time travel that have occurred in this city because 2003.
What? What?
Evidence
2003?
It's actually all a hoax.
Wow.
This entire city was built in 2003.
Ah.
According to this little piece of evidence that we have here.
Maybe it was 2003 in Graham Hancock's timeline.
There you go.
Back when the the ancient civilization of Atlantis.
Sully Mr. Hancock's good name in this city.
I have to admit he tells a good story, but you know, like any good story, don't let the truth get in the way of it.
So these are pretty much the main 2 buildings in this area. The rest we'll have to head further down.
This is quite nice, quite a sort of fine pottery. I'm by no means a ceramic expert, but you can see that here it's painted. There's some sort of pattern here. Yeah. No looting, kids. Here comes the Germans.
So normally in the high season there would be dozens of these buses.
Right.
And there would be people milling around here, so it's actually very nice and tranquil at the moment. I mean, what's happening to me the right aside, but
So we now reach the sacred quadrangle, where they used to keep the temple of the tooth, the famous Buddhist tooth that's now in Kandy. Almost got chased by a monkey. Brought food with us, so I'm gonna put it back. They're quite aggressive. This little bastard. Cheeky little bastard.
monkeys can be quite
Aggressive.
Yeah. Don't bring food. The monkeys can get
Do
you.
not bring food, because they'll go for it.
We got a little friend here. The doggies are friendly, but don't touch them, I guess. They're full of mange and...
Yeah, and you can see his legs cut open as well.
Yeah, or
And
not
another
good.
fight with another dog, most likely. But
But he's going to be our tour guide for the quadrangle. So what do you know about this, Alex, the quadrangle?
Well, this is basically, a very good example of Buddhist architecture during the time area as well. And please note that you can't take footage with your back towards any statue. Video. So there's also no videos here. So
No videos here, unfortunately.
yeah. Yeah, so the Vadadage is a circular structure, and the first archaeological commissioner in Sri Lanka, HCP Bell, described it, I'm quoting it here from the guidebook, unrivaled as the most beautiful specimen of Buddhistic architecture existing in Ceylon.